right? So this is our first part one of the solutions for mock 3, right? Our first question says a batsman in his 21st innings makes a score of 88 and thereby increases his average by 2. What is his average after 21 innings? So see here, right, is average increases by 2 when it increases by 21st inning. So before watching this solution, I suggest you watch my averages video. I already posted it. So see here, earlier he batted 21 innings, so let it be X, okay, his average be X. On 21st innings he made 88 and thereby his average increased by X plus 2. See here, there is an increase of 2 because there is an increase of 1 match. So what you will do, you multiply this here, you will get X plus 2, right, and this into this plus 40, this is equal to the score he scored in the 21st innings, which will be 88. So X plus 42 is equal to 88, so X will be 88 minus 42, which will be 46, right? So what is his average after 21 innings? So his average after 21 innings will be X plus 2, which is 48. That's it. You see here, this question hardly takes 30 seconds to solve this, right? You can even solve this orally also. Now I don't want to explain the whole method here because I already made around 2 hours of video that is already there in the channel. So you go to averages playlist and please do watch those 2 videos. You will understand this method, right? So let's move to our next question. Sarnash is 50 years old and Nazma is 40 years old. How long ago was their ratio of their ages is 3:2. Now see here, she is 50 years old, S and N are there, so she is 50 years old and he is 40 years old. How long ago was their ages were in the ratio of 3:2? Now see here, so we have to go back, right? So 50 years right now minus let the years be X, we are going back, so this minus 40 minus X will be equal to 3:2. That means once they step backwards, their new ages will be in the ratio 3:2. That's what it is given in the information. Now 100 minus 2X is equal to 120 minus 3X. You bring 3X this side, it will be X is equal to, bring 100 and go to RHS, X will be 20. So before 20 years, that means before 20 years their age was in the ratio 3:2. That's it. Now after striking the floor, a ball rebounds to 4/5 of the height from which it has fallen. Now find the total distance it travels before coming to rest if it is dropped from 100 meters height. Now see here, we don't know after how many bounces the ball came to rest, right? Now see here, if I'm dropping the ball from here, this is the ground. If I'm dropping the ball from here, this is a height 100 meters that is already given in the question, right? Now what happens is, once it is dropped from here, it comes down and then it bounces back to 4/5 of the height, earlier height. So this will be 4/5 of 100. Now again from here it has to come back, right? So again, so let the directions I'll mark here. Now again it falls from the same height, right? Once it reaches to the top, 4/5 of the earlier height, from that height it will come down, right? So that height also will be 4/5 of 100 only. Now while bouncing back, it will again be bounce back 4/5 of the previous height. Now the new height will be something like this, 4/5 of this height. This will be 4/5 into 100. Now if you notice the series, see here, I'm taking this one, first term, third term, and so on. So if you're considering only one direction, what happens is, see here, this is 4/5 into, let this 100 be A, so let it be A means the first term, so let it be A. So here it is 4/5 A. So once it reaches this height, again it comes back to the drops by the same height, right? Then when it is raising for the second time, so I'm treating the alternate parts, okay? Now when it raises back, it raises by 4/5 of this one. So 4/5 of this one, this will be again 4/5 into A. So once it reaches to this side, again it falls back the same height, and now this time again it will raise by 4/5 of this height. this will be 4 by 5 into 4 by 5 into A. Now if you see, there is something common which is getting multiplied every time. See here, this is the first term. Second term, what happened is 4 by 5 got multiplied. Now this has become the second term, and third term, to the second term we are again multiplying 4 by 5. So I told you in some of the series playlists, if a number is getting, if the same number is getting multiplied with every term, that the series will become a geometric progression series. If the same term is getting added, if the same number or if the same constant is getting added to each and every term, that series will be arithmetic progression. Here you can clearly see that this is a geometric progression. So sum to infinite series, sum to infinity will be a by 1 minus r. This will be the formula for geometric series, where if r is less than 1, then only you can subtract it from 1, right? So r should be less than 1. What is r here? R is the common ratio. A is the first term and r is the common ratio, right? So if sum to infinity will be a by r minus 1 if r is greater than 1. Understand? Now here what is r? What is the common ratio? Common ratio you get by t2 by t1. When you divide your second term by first term, you get the common difference. Common difference is nothing but the number which you are multiplying with each term. So here the number is 4 by 5. 4 by 5 is less than 1, right? Because 4 by 5 is 0.8, which is less than 1. So you will use this formula. So sum to infinity will be, because you don't know till what term, by what term the ball will be in a resting position, so you have to take infinity. Now see here, what is your a? What is your a? A won't be this 100. We are considering from here, because from this second term onwards, 4 by 5 into 100 onwards, it get repeated. Every step will get repeated 2 times, right? Because see here, I'll show you. Now first let it be a, right? Let this be ground. I am dropping the ball from a height a. Now second time, now once it hits the ground, it reaches to the height of, it bounces back to the height of 4 by 5a, right? Once it reaches here, again it will come down, right? From the same height it will fall down. So while coming down also, it is traveling 4 by 5, it is traveling, how much distance it is traveling? 4 by 5a, right? Now for this first bounce, once it bounce back here is second bounce. So while second bounce, it will travel only 4 by 5 of this height. What is this height? 4 by 5a. So if you observe the pattern here, this particular term, right, here we are getting a GP series here. So again it goes like this, right? So we are getting 2 GP series where the first term is 4 by 5a. So my sum to infinity will be a by 1 minus r, which is a is 4 by 5a by 1 minus r is 4 by 5, right? If I take this, this will be 4 by 5a by 5 minus 4 is 1, and it will be 1 by 5, so it will be 4a, simply 4a, right? Now this is only for one series alternate. Again we have this one also, right? So this is also second alternate series, so we have 2 GP series here, so multiply with the 2, that will be 8a. Now you have one more a right here, the initial one which we ignored here, this height is considered as a, so add it back, so that is 9a. So your total distance the ball travel before it comes to rest is 9a. What is our a here? 100 meters. That means 9 into 100, which is 900. So it should have traveled 900 meters before the ball comes to rest, right? So our fourth question is about board mass. Till now you might have seen this word, right? Board mass. So B for bracket, O for order. Order means something called as power, okay, exponents. D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, S for subtraction. So the order of precedence goes from left to right. So whichever comes first will take the first priority. But now I would like to add one more component here, that is called V. So we say V board mass. V is nothing but vinculum. Vinculum means bar. Okay, vinculum means bar. So vinculum, right? So our in BODMAS rule, I'm changing a bit here. Instead of saying BODMAS, from now onwards we say V BODMAS, right? So that all the components are covered. Okay, you don't have to worry about missing any component. Now you see here, according to this rule, VBODMAS rule, we go by vinculum first. Here vinculum is there, right? So first, before solving any brackets or any other thing, we have to solve the vinculum. So here 6 minus 5 is 1, right? So here we get to know this. So this is 1. Now the order of preference is border, right? Next, border. That means the order of precedence is border. So we solve this one. So we take this component and keep solving. Again we apply recursively. We apply this rule recursively. So inside the bracket again we go by this VBODMAS. Then here we see multiplication, right? So you have to multiply 2 into this one. So here we got 1 and 2 is there. So 2 into 1. So we got as 2. Now here you see again. So first we have to solve the brackets. Okay, inside the brackets we will recursively apply this VBODMAS rule. Now here you see, if you see, there is a into, that means we have to multiply them. So that will be 12. 12 minus 2, we have brackets. So solve this first. So after solving we get 10. So this bracket is solved, right? Now here we have off also, right? So first don't go by off. We have one more bracket here. So go to this one, right? So here you leave 10 like this. So I will write it here. 2 divided by 5 by 6 of 10 plus we have this bracket. So now start solving the bracket. Once you come to this bracket, again apply VBODMAS. So here we don't have vinculum, but then we have a bracket. So preference comes here. Okay, instead of doing 2 into 3, first we have to solve this one. Solving this, we get 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2. You get 4 here, 3 plus 2, which is 5 by 4. So this is 5 by 4. Now we have 2 into 3 here, right? This is bracket is solved. We got 5 by 4. Now applying BODMAS rule again, we have to multiply first. Before adding 3 plus something, we have to do this multiplication. So 3 into 2 is 6. So we got 6 plus 5 by 4. Now here we have bracket, right? So solve that one. So 6 plus 5 by 4 is 29 by 4. So we got the bracket here. After solving here, we got this one, 29 by 4. Right, till now it is fine. Now if you see, brackets are solved, vinculum is solved. Now we are left with O. O means off here is there, right? Even this O is there, right? This comes under order or off also. Okay, so we have to solve this one. Off is nothing but multiplication. So first don't do division here because O takes the precedence. So do this one, 2 by 5 by 6 into 10. So this goes 3 times, this goes 5 times. Now you will be having 2 by 25 by 3. And then we have plus 29 by 4. This is what we have now. Now again between division and addition, we have division as the preference. So do the division. So 2 by 25 by 3 gives us 6 by 25. So this part we got 6 by 25, right? So now we are left with 6 by 25 plus 29 by 4. That's it. Now if you do LCM, this gives you 100 and this gives you 24 plus 29 into 25. So what I do here is, instead of using calculator, 29 into 25, how I calculate is, I'll write this as 30 minus 1. That will be 29. So 30 into 25 will give me 750. 750 minus 25 will give me 725. So this value is 725. 725 plus 24, this gives me 9. 749 by 100. So 749 by 100 means 7.49. So my answer for this question is 7.49, right? So now let's solve our next question. So this question is about compound interest. So first of all, I will solve this question as quick as possible. Then I will tell you the concept. See here, in 2 years, a simple interest, the principal increases by 18%. That means the rate of interest is 9%. So for 3 years, it will be 9 3 is 27 and 8 3a square, which is 81, 24, 3, and then this will be 7 to 9, so this will be 29, 750, 502, it goes 29 point, this one. So my answer will be into 100 by 7000. Now I will use calculator here. See this, it will be 29.5029 into 7000 by 100. This gives me 2065.203. 2065.203. So I have derived the answer even more precisely. Okay, that too within a less time. That means I took around mostly maximum 30 seconds. That's it. But this is a difficult question. If you don't know this concept, definitely I'm sure if you keep using formulas and all, you will take more than 2 minutes to solve this, right? Because if you start using compound interest formula, you will end up in an exponential form, right? Exponential formula, which is the time consuming. Now I'll tell you the concept of compound interest in detail, right? As I told you in maybe mock test 1, I think compound interest is nothing but interest on interest. Suppose if I take 400 rupees here and my rate of interest per annum, let it be 10%, right? Now I'll mark with the different colors. Now for 3 years I am taking. For 3 years I want to calculate my rate of interest at 10% per annum. That means 10% per annum for 3 years means after at the end of every year I pay my compound interest. So I'm paying my interest for 3 years. So first year what happens is there is an interest of 10%. So what is 10% of 400? That means it will be 40. This will be my compound interest, or I can simply say interest. Let it be compound interest. So first year simple interest will be equal to compound interest. Okay, second year what happens is interest on interest, I said. So first of all, second year what happens is first I will have interest on my principal, that is again 10% here, right? So that is 40, and there will be interest on interest. Interest on interest means earlier there is an interest here, right? So compound interest means there will be interest on this interest also. So on this 10%, that means it will be 4 rupees, right? Second year also done. Now I'll take third year. For third year again 10%, so this will be 40. Now as I told you, compound interest means interest on interest. That means even previous interest also we have to find the interest on those previous interest. So first for this one there will be 10% charge, which will be 4 rupees. For this one there will be 10% charge, which is 4 rupees. For this is also one previous interest, right? So on this also we calculate 10%, so it will be 0.4 rupees. On this also this thing plus previous things, right? So see here, for this one it is not needed. This one you calculate for the fourth year. First see this, whenever you are calculating interest for third year, first of all this is for first year, this is the first year you got it. Now we have to calculate interest for all the previous interests. So how many previous interests we have when we came to third year, that is orange color? We have already 3 interest, previous interest. This is one interest previously, this is one interest previously, this is one interest previously. So we have to calculate all these things. Now if you see here, for your convenience I will mark them. I will say A for this one as A. A means what? Suppose my principal is there. On my principal I am calculating the interest, right? So that is on 10%. I am calculating interest on my principal. So whatever interest I got, that will be 40. So at the first level I will mark this as A. Now second level means interest on my previous interest. My previous interest is 40, so 10% on 40, that means whatever A is there, right? When we calculate the interest on this A, I will mark them as B, right? B is what? How much I got? 10% of 40 means 4. Now what is my C is the interest on B, the latest one B. The interest on this one I will mark as C, that means 0.4 will be my C. Now if you apply this logic here, how many A's are there? We have A means what? 40. We have 3 A's, right? So it will be 3A. B means what? 4. How many 4's we have? 1 4, 2 4's. So we have one more 4, 3 4's we have. So that is 3B. Plus C means 0.4. How many 0.4's we have? Only one 0.4, that is 1C. That means what is this total? My compound interest. Compound interest for 3 years. So what is my compound interest in this case? See here, 3 into A is how much? 40, plus 3 into b is how much? 4 plus c 1 into 0.4. If you calculate this, you will get 120 plus 12 plus 0.4, which will be 12 here, right? So 132.4. See, if you add this one, you will get this. So this is my compound interest for 3 years when I take 400 rupees. This is total example. Now, do you really think you need to do all these things? No. Now I'll tell you one shortcut to directly arrive at this step. If you observe this one, see here, this format 331, that is for compound interest. You are getting 331 when you have 3 years. Now I would like to tell you a shortcut here. You memorize this answer. We got to 132.4. I'm writing it here, 132.4, so that we will check it whether we are getting the same answer or not. See here. Now I would like to tell you a concept called magic triangle. Magic triangle is nothing but you take one here, you put both sides 1. This is second level. Third level you put 1 here. This is third level. Okay. So in middle you will add these two numbers, 1 plus 1 2, right? Now again you put 2 ones this side and this side. In middle you add this one and this one. 1 plus 2 will be 3, 2 plus 1 will be 3, right? Now one more level means 1 you put here, middle numbers you add. 1 plus 3 will be 4, 3 plus 3 6, 3 plus 1 4, right? Now one more level, if you want to go here, this will be 5, this will be 10, this will be 10, this will be 5. Now see here, this is my compound interest for third year, this is my compound interest for second year, right? So for 2 years this is my compound interest, for 3 years this is my compound interest. If you memorize this magic triangle, you can find compound interest for n number of years, whichever you want. Okay, this is for 4 years and this is for 5 years. 5 years. Earlier we have seen, right, 3a, 3b, 1c, that is derived from this one, 331. So what is the meaning of 331? Suppose if I take 331 here, these are the coefficients, okay, 331. So to find my compound interest, what I will do is I will take 3a dot 1 dot, next this 3 I will take and 3a square, this one I will take 1a cube, where a is nothing but rate of interest. So here earlier my rate of interest is 10%, right? 10%. So to find my rate of interest for 3 years, because my rate of interest per annum is 10%, but since this is a compound interest, for 3 years it won't be 30%. For simple interest it will be 30%, but compound interest it will be more than 30%. So how can I find it is, I will do like this, 3a square, a cube. And one more rule is, so first write it here, a means 10, so it is 30, dot a means 10, 10 square is 100, so it will be 300, and a is 10, 10 cube is 1000, right? Now what you will do is, from every number, so a cube is this one, 3a square is this one, just take two digits, right? So you take 2 digits from here, it will be 0 0. These remaining 2 digits you carry backwards, so this will be 310. Now this will be 310, again from 310 take only 2 digits, that will be 10 here. Now 3 is there, put it this side, carry it previous step, so that will be 33. Now your rate of interest will be this one. So after 3 years your rate of interest in compound interest will be 33.1%. That's it. Now how will you find the compound interest? Here is simple. See here, fine, everything is fine, good. Now the meaning of 33.1% is, for every 100 rupees you are getting 33.1 as compound interest. So for every 100 rupees you are getting 33.1 as your compound interest. But here earlier we have 400 rupees as the principal amount, right? So what about 400? 400 means since this became 4 times, this has to be multiplied by 4. Now 33.1 into 4 will give me 4, 4 3 are 12, 1 4 3 12, 13, 132.4. See, we got the exact answer, 132.4. Now I told you 2 steps here. One is I have drawn the tree, That is the first method, is using the formula. That is the traditional way and difficult way to solve. So I avoid it completely. Second method is drawing the tree. Even that takes time, so avoid it. Third method is directly using magic triangle to directly calculate the compound interest, right? So using that, I'm able to directly get my compound interest for 3 years, right? Now I'll apply the same logic here. See this. If you are well versed with this method, your simple interest compound interest, you will solve any question in seconds, right? So see here, let's solve this question. Now he said, if in 2 years simple interest is 18%, for 2 years simple interest become 18%, means for 1 year how much it will be? It will be 9%, because simple interest, the rate of interest will be same, right? 9% plus 9%. For 3 years means it will be 27%, right? So per year rate of interest is 9%. We derived the rate of interest. Now he is saying, at the same rate of interest, what will be my compound interest after 3 years? That means what I will do is, instead of using the formula, I will try to calculate my rate of interest in compound interest for 3 years. As I told you, use this formula, 3a square a cube. Now put 9 here. 9 3s are 27. So 3 into 9 square 81, 81 into 3 243. Then put a dash here. A cube, 9 cube is 729. I told you, you should always memorize square still 30 and cube still 10. That will be immensely useful for your calculations, right? So done. Now I told you to take only two digits. Take 29 here. So 29. Carry back this 7. So 243 plus 7 is will be 250. Again take only 2 digits from this one. So this will be 50. Now carry this to this side, it will be 29. So 29.5029%. That means at a rate of 9% per annum, compound interest will be 29.5029% after 3 years. Now what is the meaning of this? Rate of interest after 3 years means 29.5029, which means that for every 100 rupees you are getting a compound interest of 29.5029. So for every 100 rupees your compound interest is 29.5029. Now here the principal is not 100, it is 7,000. So for 7,000 how much you will get? See here, from 100 to become 7,000 you multiply by 70, right? Now the same way you multiply with 70. So your answer is simple. What you'll do is 29.5029 into 70, that gives you 2065.203. 2065.203. So this is your exact answer. So your answer will be B, right? I hope you understood this. Now let's solve one more question. If the amount received at 10% per annum compound interest after 3 years is amount is this much, then what will have been the principal amount? Okay, now see this again. I'll solve as early as quick as I can. Given 10% for 3 years, 10% for 3 years means I can do it orally also. It will be 30 and 3a square, which is 300. A cube is 1000. So this one 0 0 10 I will take here. So this will be this and 33. That's it. 33.10. For 100 rupees I am getting this much. So my compound interest will be 133.1. This is given as this much. So my 100 value will be 199.65 by 133.1 into 100. That's it. I use calculator here, right? 199.65 into 100 by 133.1. That's it. It is 15,000. That's it. See here how easily I am able to calculate this. Otherwise, if you start using formula, you will never be able to solve this question in less than 30 seconds. At least you will take 2 to 3 minutes to solve this question. You can try it, right? Now see this. I'll tell you how I solve. I told you compound interest received at 10% per annum means for after 3 years how much it will be? It will be 3a square and a cube. A is 10%, so 30 dot this 3 into 100, so 300. Put a slash here. This will be 10 cube means 1000. Take 2 digits 0 0 10 you send here, so it will be 310. Again take 2 digits, last 2 digits, this will be 10, send this 3 here, this will be 33.10. so your rate of interest, effective rate of interest after 3 years is 33.1%. this is what rate of interest. What is rate of interest here? 33.1% means 33.1 by 100. So the meaning of this is, if my principal is 100 rupees, my compound interest will be 33.1. But he said what? After 3 years, the amount received at 10% per annum after 3 years is, that means this amount is not compound interest, this is the amount. That means principal plus compound interest is this one. What is my principal? If my principal is 100, my compound interest is this one. So if my principal is 100, what will be my amount? Amount will be principal plus compound interest, which is 33.1. so it will be 133.1. so what I said, when my principal is 100 rupees, my amount will be 133.1. but here my principal is, I don't know, right? I don't know. This is what I have to find now. But given my amount is how much? 199.65, right? So what I'm doing is, this 133.1 value is given as 199.65. so I'm writing here 132.1 value is given as 199.65. one value will be equal to 199.65 by 133.1. now what is my principal? Principal I considered as 100. so what is the value of 100? 100 value will be equal to this one, 199.65 by 133.1 into 100. That's it. After calculating, I just use calculator to solve this step, right? so this gives you 15,000, right? Even you know, even if you don't have calculator also, you can calculate this exact answer in seconds again using digital sum concept. But applying digital sum is not required here, since we have calculator in this exam, right? so this is how you will be able to solve your compound interest problems quickly. Now rest of the questions I'll be discussing in part 2 and part 3, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.